It's Kambada, the shaman, the god, the crack baby. And right now you're tuned in to Kofi's Universe, the number one and most truest source for hip hop news, reaction videos, sports, black culture, and much, much more. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button now. Bada.
You never gonna hear a rapper say fucking Coldplay's a million times better than Black Eyed Peas. They put that out there, and that's the reason hip hop is hanging on a string, is they fucking making everybody go against each other for no reason, just for small talk and clicks and get the most traffic to your thing. If that's how he feels, fuck it, that's how he feels. But they don't. There's nowhere on Google you could Google Chat GBT, whoever the fuck you want. You're not gonna find Ove or Black Thought nowhere saying the Backstreet Boys is a trillion times better than NSYNC. Leave our fucking culture alone. That's my opinion too. Cause you're starting off some shit and then he's gonna go be in a state of the art hills somewhere making cars and just don't do that. If you feel like that, that's fine. But we need no more nuclear bombs set off in hip hop and let's just call for it. This guy's a rich tech. He makes cars. He gonna go on an interview and just say, I mean, that's his thoughts, cool, but we don't need to think about it. Find me somewhere where a prolific rapper went somewhere and said, this guy's better than Will.i.am a trillion times.
If you say it, you can't say it yourself anyway. Because even the time LL Cool J's invented GOATs, one of the GOATs. But when he said, I'm better than everybody, or he said some statement like, I'm the greatest.
No, if somebody says it about themselves, it's different than somebody, for one, the type of music you do ain't even our type of music to just go up there and just put two people against.
He almost lined up Black Thought, huh? Like if you think
he lined up everything, because what the fuck do that got to do with it? Even if that's his thoughts, save it to your fucking self. You know.
YouTube salute. So Jadakiss goes in about Will.i.am saying Black Thought is a trillion times better than Hove. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video. Hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. So I did a video last week about Will.i.am saying Black Thought is a trillion times better than Jay-Z. If you haven't checked it out, please check it out in the hip hop entertainment playlist. But Jadakiss is right, and I'm to a certain degree, and I'm going to say the first part. Yes, we shouldn't be trying to put certain rappers against each other because when it comes to like rock and roll, when it comes to country, when it comes to alternative rock, you don't see, Metallica going against Guns N' Roses or like he said, Coldplay gonna say they're a million times better than Black Eyed Peas. You're not gonna hear that. Not at all. They would never do that. They ain't gonna never do that. But it's only like people want to, be gatekeepers in our culture. I have nothing against Will.i.am. I know he started off as far as underground hip hop with the Black Eyed Peas. I remember when Will.i.am was, doing underground hip hop with the Black Eyed Peas. This is before Fergie. This is before all those pop hits, y'all. If you go back and listen to the first Black Eyed Peas first album, they was breakdancing and everything. But he has his preference, what he likes and who he likes, and that's okay. That's okay. Jay-Z is not garbage, y'all. So let me just say that right now. Jay-Z is not garbage at all. But lyrically, there are a lot of rappers better than Jay-Z. But that doesn't mean they're better than Jay-Z overall. We just saying lyrically. But when we talking about storytelling, metaphors, classic albums like Reasonable Doubt, The Blueprint one, the Black Album, Hard Knock Life Volume 2, American Gangster Album. To me, I believe the Dynasty Rock La Familia, that's a classic album to me right there. A lot of people sleep on that album. But Jay-Z has classic albums. He has the longevity, his cultural impact, his influence in hip hop. You know, um, he's won awards, accolades. He has a lot of number one hits. He's has Billboard number one slots year after year after year. He sold out concerts, sold out at the Garden, MSG. Jay-Z has done a lot for hip hop, so we're gonna give him that. But we take nothing away from Black Thought, everything he done with the Roots, his 10-minute freestyle on Hot 97, his other freestyles on Sway's Universe, and his project Streams of Thoughts, Volume 1, 2, and 3, cheat codes. He has other projects ready to go. Whenever he's ready to go, he'll drop those, but two different type of artists. Two different type of artists because the thing is, I have my top 5, top 10 rappers of all time. Then I have a list of top 5, 10 rappers that are better lyrically. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like Lupe Fiasco is lyrically better than Kendrick, but that doesn't mean Lupe is better than Kendrick. Overall, it's just certain things I like about Lupe better than Kendrick, but there's certain things I like about Kendrick better than Lupe. Then rest in peace to MF Doom, all caps. He's better than a lot of my favorite rappers, but his catalog, everything about him, just his impact for hip hop. Look at Sean Price. I love Sean Price when he was Ruck with Helter Skelter. Everything he's done for boot camp and everything. May he rise in power. Um, Redman, one of my top rappers of all time, in top 5. He's gonna always be. His discography, his wordplay, metaphors, punchlines, storytelling, just he, his bringing his own lane to hip hop, was just something that was like unbelievable. Inspector Deck is my favorite lyricist from Wu-Tang Clan, but Ghostface Killer is my favorite member, if that makes sense. Like, because Ghostface catalog and everything he's done for Wu-Tang, how he's carried Wu-Tang. But it doesn't undermine Inspector Deck. Lyrically, he just didn't have the catalog to keep up with Ghostface because of his album couldn't get pushed the right way because of Remember the Flood um erased his album or destroyed the floppy disk that it was recorded, and he had to start all over, and the resident help him like that. He had to do everything on his own, and he really didn't have no Wu Tang members on there. I mean, he had You God, Master Killer, Killer Sin, Beretta 9, but he didn't have no Ghostface. He didn't have no Raekwon. He didn't have no Method Man. He didn't have no ODB. He didn't have no Jizz on that project. But we appreciate who we love. That's the thing. That's the thing. There are certain people they're going to get more praises than this person, whatever. But we can all love all rappers. When we have the debate between Jay-Z and Nas, some people pick Jay-Z, some people pick Nas. I'm going to always pick Nas. And that doesn't mean Jay-Z don't got hit because I love Jay-Z as far as he has some dope albums. But overall, Nas is just a different type of lane for me. That's my preference. Like, I'm a vegetarian vegan. I'm plant based. I juice. I make smoothies. I drink smoothies. I eat acai bowls. I don't eat meat, no dairy, none of that type of stuff. But if you want to go eat chicken, if you want fish or seafood, I'm not knocking that. But I know what's best for me. I know what I like. So we all can all have our own preference. We can all disagree. To you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. As long as we're respectful and friendly. Jada, I give him his props. I give him his respect of what he said because we shouldn't be trying to collide and come to, be fighting about putting Black Thought in that spotlight. Okay, yeah, you're better. Now here comes Jay-Z like, huh? But at the same time, though, there are rappers out there that are better than Jay-Z lyrically, but overall they might not have the catalog, just like even with Nas, just like even with whoever, like not gonna say Tupac. Well, yeah, Tupac, but he has a catalog. But it's like that. That doesn't mean you're weak. It's just there's you. It's like this. Michael Jordan, when he was playing basketball, and Kobe Bryant. Let me use those two for example. They didn't. They wasn't the number one 3-point shooter, in the NBA, but they can shoot the three right when they hot. But they had a well-rounded game. That's what I'm saying. Jay-Z and Jadakiss. Remember in the early 2000s, Jadakiss punchlines, metaphors. Everybody knew he was a problem. Jadakiss doesn't have a better catalog than Jay-Z, but Jadakiss lyrically is better than Jay-Z. But Jay-Z catalog and overall is going to have an edge over Jadakiss, if that makes sense. So when you say, like I said in the NBA, they might be like Ray Allen in his prime was a better 3-point shooter than Kobe Bryant, but Ray Allen wasn't a better player than Kobe Bryant overall. Post your comments below. Hope smash Black Panther the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. You want to support, donate to the channel, I have Patreon. Patreon.com/KofiUniverse. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, everything's in the description. Until next time, salute.